Welcome back. This is Katia, and I'm coming to you today from one of my favorite places in the world, a place called Repani on the Peloponnese, right across from the Greek island of Poros. This is the third video in my short series on self-sabotage, and today we're discussing one of my favorite topics, the power of negative self-talk in self-sabotage. Now, whether you call it the inner critic, the judge, the saboteur, the critical voice in your head, or something else, I know you're familiar with it. I am too. Every time I told myself I wasn't good enough, talented enough, brilliant enough, or hardworking enough to achieve my goals. The noise inside your head can keep you from trying new things, from taking risks, from exploring opportunities. It can keep you from showing up as who you truly are, your full potential. It wants to keep you small. In fact, it gets louder when you try to change things, get out of your comfort zone, and reach for something potentially rewarding. Now, there's good news and bad news. I tell my clients that the inner critic never really goes away. We can't eliminate it, not even with coaching. He or she reflects that part of our human nature that wants to protect us from risk or from bad stuff happening to us. It's a noble pursuit. But here's the good news. We can learn to manage that voice, to make it a little less loud, to not let it hold us back as much. How do we do that? Here's one way that works for me. The first step is to notice and call it out when it shows up. Noticing is essential, as often we're so used to that voice being around, we don't even notice it. And therefore we can't challenge it. Whose voice is it? Is it the voice of a parent, a relative, a friend? Is it your own voice? What are its top 10 statements? You can even give your inner critic a name. I call mine Helga, and she's bossy. Once we notice, we can listen to it. It's okay to do that. And respectfully ask it to step aside. It's almost like having a dialogue. You can actually do that if it helps. Hey there, Helga. I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but I've got this. And move on with what you want to do. How does that sound? What's one thing you would do today without that voice around? To summarize, negative self-talk is another extremely common, sneaky form of self-sabotage, but you have the power to change it. It's okay if you can't shut it up. It rarely works anyway, but you can listen politely and still choose to move on with your life. You run the show. Join me next time as we continue our journey to tackle and conquer self-sabotage. And if you have any questions or want to chat about how self-sabotage affects your life, don't hesitate to reach out. Bye for now.